Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? It is another weekly weigh-in video. I am a couple of days late updating you all this week. I'm so sorry, it's just been a little bit hectic, but I am here, so keeping the updates going. If you're new, hello, welcome. I'm Marcia, 53, live in North Yorkshire. I'm on a weight loss journey and I am on Mounjaro. This is what week are we on now? It is week 26 update, so 6 months in. Yeah, and it is going so well. So I have got a big playlist with all of my weekly updates on and monthly updates, so please do go check them out. The playlist is called GLP-1 Diaries. So yeah, check that. In my monthly ones, I focus on non-scale victories, and on my weekly ones we look at the numbers and all the facts and figures. So hopefully there's a little bit of something for everybody. And then I also post what I eat in a day vlogs and things like that, showing all of my food, nutrition, what I'm up to, how I'm feeling, how I'm getting on with it, any challenges and things like that. So check that. That's my weight loss and fitness journey as well. So all those playlists will be linked down below. But if you subscribe to me, hit the bell notification and click all, you'll be notified every time I upload a video. And I've just got my little notes here just to make sure I do not forget anything to tell you. So yeah, I started my journey on the 21st of May this year. After sort of reaching the heaviest weight I've ever been in my life. And just so that you can see here, so my starting weight was 13 stone 12.8 pounds, which was 194.8 pounds, 88.36 kilos, and my BMI was 32.4. Yeah, I'm 53. I am 5'5" tall, which is 165 centimeters. So yeah, those are like my basic starting statistics. So I think sometimes it's useful, whilst we shouldn't compare our journeys to other people, I think it's kind of human nature just to find someone that's maybe, if they're like a similar size to you, and then you can't help but think, all right, yeah, that's where I am as well, the same as how she started off. So hopefully it will help inspire you. And I think it's just good just to share our journeys, to talk about it, because there's still a little bit of a taboo around being on a GLP-1 injectable, but hopefully by sharing my journey with you all, you just feel a little bit more confident in sharing your stories as well. So please do share in the comments down below. You're in a safe space here. Everyone is kind of like on the same wavelength, you know, and we're all here supporting each other on our journeys. So yeah, please do let us know how your week has gone, any challenges you've had, and how things are going. So my injection days are on a Monday. I weigh in on a Tuesday. My last weigh-in was on the 12th of November. So this is for Tuesday, the 19th of November this week. And as I said, it's for week 26. So it's been a good old week. Side effects, I've kind of had that feeling of like being really full again, like uncomfortably full this week. And it has been a little bit like, like I did in the early days. I've not had it for so long, and to the point where I thought I could have really easily not eaten, and in the very beginning of my journey I would have done that. But I now recognise that just because I feel like that doesn't mean that I'm actually not hungry. And so I usually make myself something and eat it, and I track my calories, and I work really hard at making sure I get enough calories in, and I aim for 1,500 calories a day. I'm happy with the slow and steady weight loss. I appreciate at the beginning it can be really hard, especially if suppression is very high and you just don't feel hungry. But do try and track your calories. Do try and make sure you're eating enough, drinking enough, and then that way you're going to stay healthier and not run into any potential health risks and things, you know. So just look after yourself. But yeah, this week that's been my main thing. I've had a bit of skin sensitivity, but I've been so bloated, but not for days on end, like more so like in the second part of the day, maybe into the evening as well, and then it can just go off again and then it just comes back. So it can just be a bit like I just feel really full. No other real side effects. I've had like no like real gastric problems or anything. I never really do. So yeah, I am pretty lucky. I forgot anything here I need to tell you about first of all. No, let's go and see about, let's tell you how things have gone nutritionally this week. I've just put my feet up. I'm like chilling out. Hang on, let me bring you down a bit. I'm like completely slouching. Sorry guys. There we are. Nice and comfy. So I will pop a couple little things in here from like my NUTRACHECK app, but looking at my averages, so this week I've managed to eat an average of 1,525 calories a day. So I feel like I'm doing really well with my food. So I'm not really going to be malnourished. You know, I am eating enough calories, which is very good. I do take a multivitamin every day. I try and remember to take an Actimel, which is like a probiotic for my gut health. And I try and remember to do my collagen. I haven't been very good with my collagen recently, but I do try and take a collagen supplement as well every day. So yeah, but my average has been 1,525 calories, which is pretty good. My protein this week was 81.7 grams typically per day. So that is averaging out at 1.2 grams of protein per kilo of body weight. So I'm very happy with that. People sometimes focus on, oh, I need 100 grams of protein. It should be focusing more specifically on how much you weigh and work out how many grams of protein per kilo you weigh. So whatever you're eating in protein, get that number and then divide it by your body weight in kilos, and that'll tell you how many grams of protein you're eating per kilo. And then yes, I'm on 1.2, which is probably about the minimum I would want it to be. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Carbs this week a bit better than the last couple of weeks. I've been very carb heavy. So I'm up at 150.6 of carbs, and I aim for about 150 carbs a day, which is still below the guidance, what they recommend to eat for a healthy, balanced diet. But obviously I'm in a calorie deficit anyway, so the fact I've reduced my carbs, but yeah, I'm happy at 150 grams of carbs a day. I feel that's good. It's enough to give my body fuel and energy. I'm not getting slumps. I don't feel lethargic. You know, I have got energy, so I feel like that's working. And then my fibre this week was 14.1 grams. Not as good as last week, but better than the week before. So again, it's just a work in progress. Okay, so I feel that's probably all we need to chat there about nutrition. I'm not sure. I will have a chat at the end actually about whether I need to tweak my calorie goals or not. But yeah, I've been hitting 1,500 pretty consistently now for a while. I'm doing all right. But yeah, I don't know if I maybe need to drop it a tiny bit, but we will see. Let me tell you, let me get this up. I'm going to do a screen recording on my iPad. I've made sure it's fully charged up. Let me get my scales up here, and then I can tell you how much I weigh, and we'll go through all of the charts and graphs. I know loads of you like this and you compare. Lots and lots of you have RENPHO scales now. I have got a link in my description bar down below. I think they're pretty reasonably priced at the minute. Sorry, I'm just knocking my camera, sorry. So yeah, they are pretty reasonably done. Right then, so we have got here, I'm really excited actually. I feel like I should have done a fanfare first or a drum roll. Let me get the screen recording up first, and then we're going to go through. So I don't know if you remember last week, I was 10 stone, 10.8 pounds. Which remember, BMI was 25.1, and I was just wanting to be able to get into a healthy BMI. Right, there we go. I am recording now. So guys, drum roll please. So this week I have weighed in at 10 stone 10 pounds. So that means I have lost 0.8 pounds, which is, I now weigh, yes, so 10 stone 10, which is 150 pounds, 68 kilos. So I have lost 0.8 pounds. So again, another week, less than a pound lost, but they're just nibbling away. But guys, my BMI is 25 dead. So I now have a healthy BMI. Can you believe it? I don't know the last time I had a healthy BMI. Absolutely crackers. So how nice that I've got it now. So I'm just leading up to my 6-month point. I am so happy. I honestly never thought I would get this when I started my journey. absolutely thrilled. I am so happy. So on my little chart here, it says I am 81% of the way to my target. So if we sort of scroll over here, sorry, I have like little stepping stones. Here's my weight here. So yeah, I have actually lost 3 stone, 2.8 pounds. I've lost 44.8 pounds, 20.3 kilos. And guys, that is 23% of my starting body weight that I have lost. I honestly can't believe it. I am so happy. I've nearly completed my little milestone at the bottom. I am so close to target, 10 pounds away from what I think is my target weight. I am absolutely delighted. So if you have a little look down here, we can see all of the little things that my scales measure. So everything is getting in the healthier range. When I started this, so many of these things were red. I'm so happy. So we can measure weight, BMI, body fat, skeletal muscle, fat-free mass, subcutaneous fat, visceral fat, body water, muscle mass, bone mass, protein, BMI, and metabolic age. So what I'm going to do now is we're just going to scroll through, and it just does like a little line, so you can sort of see where you're on that scale, if it's healthy, if it's in a good thing, if it's high, if it's low. And we can, instead of just looking at these numbers and not knowing what they mean, we can actually see how that is and what it relates to. So I've compared this to my last weigh-in, so it can tell me the differences of there. But let's have a little look here. Was that even a sentence? So apparently this is like the breakdown of how my body's made up with that 10 stone 10. But let's have a look here. So weight. So I now have a green, I'm in the green section for my weight. At last, I have a healthy weight, and then hooray. But now the pressure is on, because even if I put on 0.1 of a pound, I'm going to be back into the overweight category. So I need to keep working. It's getting harder and harder now. I think now that we're sort of down and not too much weight to lose, but I'm so happy. BMI, I have a healthy BMI. It's still got that as an amber, and I wonder if it needs to be 24.9 to be classed as a healthy BMI, but I am calling it at 25. I am saying I have a healthy BMI because I have, you know, I'm absolutely fine with that. Body fat is still up a bit at 34.7%. So if I can get it down to 32%, then that's going to be great. Obviously, ways I need to work on this, I think, is probably by increasing my activity. I have been pretty slack recently with being in the gym, and this is definitely something I need to work on more. And I think this is going to help me now as I'm getting towards my goal as well, just to help tone and sculpt and shape my body more. So we can be working on that. Well, maybe in my non-scale victories, maybe start doing, including some more photos. I maybe get some like little gym short and gym bra photos, and then maybe then we can look at how my body's looking and changing through exercise. That might be something quite good to start adding into the non-scale victories, I think. And it'll just help motivate me. It'll be really interesting to see now that if I can sort of reduce this like sort of subcutaneous fat and things. So my muscle is at 38%, which it says is low. Subcutaneous fat, it still says it's high at 31.6. So I definitely can pinch an inch on my tummy, but honestly guys, I am so happy with how my body is looking that I am not letting this like deter me or anything. And a lot of these numbers are kind of guesstimated because we just sort of, they're not truly accurate, because we're standing on some bathroom scales just with our feet, sending a current round, and I think it only measures proper, like it can only really think like half your body and estimates the rest. So we shall see how it goes. I have said that I'm going to be going for a DEXA scan at some point, so it'd be really interesting to compare a DEXA scan with these and just see how much of a difference there is between just some cheap scales for your bathroom versus like a proper body scan. So that'll be a video to come in the future. Visceral fats, this is the fat around your organs. Honestly, this is such a good reading for me. It is 8, and it's on the bottom half of the average. really good. It's so close to excellent. I'm really happy, and I do believe I can get this lower. I'm really, really happy with this. So I am not skinny fat. Like on the inside, I am slim, skinny, healthy. I haven't got all that unhealthy fat around my organs clogging up them. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with that one. Body water, so I'm at 44.8, nearly hydrated properly. This is the closest I've been. So hopefully in the next week or so, that'll be there, and I'll be finally into the average. I want to get everything into like the good zone. This is going to be my work in progress. Muscle mass is at the top end of average, so I'm really happy with that, particularly because I haven't been as good in the gym. So definitely room for improvement anyway. I'd like to get that up into the high if possible. Bone mass is good as well. As you can see, that's average bordering on high. My protein is in the average at 14.8%. We can look at that and see how that's been progressing or getting worse, whatever, once we go into the next bit of the video with the graphs. My basal metabolic rate is really good there at 1,327, so that is fab. And again, that's just how many calories my body is burning at complete and utter rest, just existing, not moving, not doing anything. So yeah, that is really, really good. And then my metabolic age is 56. So again, it started off at 60, I believe. So I'm happy that I'm managing to reduce my metabolic age. So yeah, I'm metabolically more healthy, which is ultimately what we want it to be. So we'll have a little look now at the trends. And on here, there's like a weekly, monthly, 3 monthly, yearly, or all. So what we'll do to begin with, if I click it on the 3-month view, that will give me the average weekly rate of loss. But then if I click on all, and that's only over the last 3 months. So you can see there's my chart for my weight. And it's saying like over the last 3 months, I've averaged at 1.1 pounds a week. However, if I go to the year, you can see that for the month though, it's averaged at 7.3 each month. So obviously it was more at the beginning, and you can see there how each month, you know, you had that big drop to begin with, and then it's sort of starting to flatten out as I'm getting closer and closer to goal, which is what you'd expect, you know, because I had more weight to lose at the beginning. But it's really good to see that I'm averaging about half a stone a month, which is absolutely brilliant. So go back to the 3 months now, have a look at my BMI. So again, my BMI, it started off highest at 32.4, now at 25. A weekly rate reduced by 0.2. Monthly rate of 1.2. Then body fat over the last 3 months, but it started off at 39.8, now down to 34.7. So I've lost virtually 5%. Of body fat, which is so good. A weekly rate of 0.2%, monthly rate 0.9%. And again, you can see I had big drops at the beginning, starting to sort of flatten out a little bit, but it's coming down. My muscle mass is going up there. The skeletal muscle, lowest was 35%. I'm now up at 38%. Obviously, with changing body weight, that percentage does alter anyway. But weekly increase of 0.1%, monthly of 0.5%. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Fat-free mass. So I'll just show you this here. That's the weekly. I'm not too focused on this, honestly. And there is my monthly. Subcutaneous fat, so yeah, that's that pinch and inch stuff, just a bit that's under the skin. So not to be confused with the dangerous fat that's bad for your health. This stuff is more of a cosmetic, aesthetic thing, you know. It's just like that your love handle when you sit and you've got your rolls and bits of, like, you know, a bit of chub. But yeah, it's not dangerous to your health, but it's just, you know, you might think it's a little bit unsightly or things like that. So my weekly drop of this is at 0.1%. It started off at 35.1%, now at 31.6. So yeah, doing really well at dropping my fat. The monthly rate is coming down by 0.6% a month as well. So it's just so nice to see these little graphs coming down. Oops. So visceral fat, so this is the stuff around your organs, Started off highest was at 14. I'm now currently at 8. So it's dropping at 0.2 a week. It's dropping at 1 a month. So let's hope that this can drop off a little bit more again in the future. I'd like to get that down to 7 in maybe by the end of the year if possible, but if not, definitely by end of January. Obviously we've got Christmas and things coming up in another month, but you know, it's like real life, isn't it? And we've got to give ourselves a bit of a break as well, but still Christmas is only like one day. You've got Boxing Day, you know, you've got a few special occasions, but ultimately Christmas is not the whole of December. We can still make really good choices, probably for like 90% of the month, I reckon. So we can just do our best. We're only human. But yeah, I really want to see that drop down a little bit if possible. My hydration has been slowly climbing. It started off at 41.3%, now at 44.8%, a weekly increase of 0.1%, monthly increase of 0.6%. My muscle mass, so there is my 3-month profile there. And if I look at the yearly, you can see the month by month, how that has sort of changed there. Now, I don't get too hung up on this one because my skeletal muscle is increasing. So it's one of those things. And if you look at the muscle mass on my little slidey scale, so it actually is still, if you remember, in the good category. So I am absolutely happy. Remember to look at all of the parts of like the information that you've got on these scales. Don't think, oh my gosh, this is dreadful. Think, okay, but where am I on that scale? Is it good? Is it bad? You know, and I've got a really good amount of muscle, so I'm really happy with that. Bone mass, it's just a bit wibbly wobbly doobly, but I have got good bone health as well, so I'm very happy. That's the view since I started my journey. My protein is slowly increasing. It started at 13.3%, now at 14.8%, where it's been for the last sort of few weeks. It's not changed much recently, but that's how it looks from the start of my journey. So yeah, doing okay there. And then my basal metabolic rate, as I mentioned, this is just the calories you burn at complete and utter rest just by being alive, is dropping by 4.7 calories a week. Monthly 26 calories, which is absolutely fine because this is just, as I say, it's the amount of calories you burn at rest, but the smaller you are, the less calories your body needs to perform all of its functions and everything. So yeah, when I first started my journey, I was burning 1,467 calories a day. Now I'm burning 1,327. But obviously then you're taking into account your movement and the food, and it'll still be in a deficit. This is not taking into account any form of exercise. It's literally laying in the bed and just being alive. And then my metabolic age, as you've seen, has been really good. It started off at 60, is now 56. I'm 53. Let's try and get this down to 55 at some point. I'll show you how it looks like since I started. And I have been stuck on 56. What I reckon what's going to improve my metabolic age is getting in that gym a bit more. I'll have a little chat with you at the end of the video, actually, just about my goals and what I'm wanting to do, and anything that's kind of not preventing me, but causing me challenges in achieving my goals. So maybe need to set some short-term goals, and yeah, we'll have a little chat about that. So that's that bit there. I think that's everything, isn't it, on here? So let's just turn this off. My husband's got the kettle going, I think, in the kitchen, if you can hear that. So I think he's maybe making me a cup of tea, bless him. Okay, so that's everything. Let me just make sure I've mentioned everything there. So yeah, I've told you about my weight, where I'm at now. I've done my scales. So yeah, my goals really. So over the next couple of weeks, I am up and down to Scotland a little bit, house hunting. Obviously, those of you that know, I have sold my house, and we're going to be relocating to Scotland. Currently live in Yorkshire, as I mentioned. So things are up in the air a little bit in that. Obviously, my sales progressing really nicely. I'm now looking to find my dream house. So I'm up and down to Scotland. I'm going to be viewing things. So obviously with that comes the challenges of being away from home, not eating at home. We are going to be stopping in like Airbnbs and things, so it's going to be self-catering, but we'll be sort of eating out and bits as well over the next few weeks. So we shall see how that goes and the challenges that brings. I will remember to take my scales away with me so that I can weigh in whilst I'm up in Scotland, and I will try my very best to get my update filmed whilst I'm away. Obviously, again, it's going to be a bit difficult. I'm taking my parents away as well because they're going to be looking for a house. So yes, I'm not going to be doing any fitness or anything like that. So this week, I think basically I'm just going to try and get a few steps in, try and make as good food choices as I can do, and not drink too much wine, not have too many pub meals, and just do my best. But honestly, guys, I think we will see how it goes, and I'm just going to be kind to myself over the next couple of weeks and not take not put too much pressure on myself. And I think just like I have achieved so much in this 6 months, and I'm just really happy. I feel like did I even mention what dose I'm on? So yeah, I am on 10 milligrams, and this was for like my 4th dose of 10 milligrams, and I don't know if it's just maybe starting to slowly kick in. I haven't noticed a massive difference being on 10 milligrams, if I'm honest, from 7.5, apart from I'm now just starting to get that bloaty fullness feeling. So whether it's just that higher dose is starting to accumulate a little bit, I don't know. I am going to stick on 10 milligrams, I think, probably for the rest of the year, and then get Christmas out of the way, and then see where I'm at. This is like a slightly longer term goal. See where I'm at the end of like whatever pen that's on. It'd be like my 3rd 10 milligram pen, I think. See where I'm at, and then here he is. He's just dropped a cup of tea. I'm like waving him out like I'm the queen, shooing him away. Shoo, thank you, husband. Thank you. I'm like, shoo, away with you. So yeah, I think I'll sort of see where I'm at, and then potentially look at moving up a dose to 12.5. However, it's a long way off, several weeks away yet, and I do not plan that far ahead. I just have a little like idea in my head, and I sort of toy with the ideas. I'm never too fussy about moving up too much. So yeah, I'll just see, and as long as I can chip away and get close to a pound a week, I'm fine. Equally, I would be a little bit cautious about jumping up dose if it was going to be close to me moving house, and so I'd maybe want all that to get done and moved and in and settled before then I considered moving up a dose. There's so many things to consider. I've had a really good journey. I even doesn't even feel like I'm on a GLP-1. So yeah, we'll just play it by ear and see how it goes. Let me know if you're on 10 milligrams, what you think of it compared to the others. I was on 7.5 milligrams for 3 pens, and I really like 7.5 milligrams, but I just felt it was time to move up to 10. But honestly, yeah, I don't feel like it's done masses of difference. I do wonder if I maybe need to reduce my calories slightly. I'm eating very well. I'm not particularly snacking, but I'm eating like good meals. As those of you that follow my food vlogs and that, you know, my daily vlogs will know that I definitely try and eat 3 meals a day, and I have like normal food, normal dinners. Sometimes I have like chicken burger and chips, you know, like chicken fillets and things, but other times I just have cooked dinners. I have a whole varied selection of things. I don't know, I feel like I need to shake it up a little bit, but I think really exercise is going to be the thing for me. So I think I need to get the next couple of weeks out the way with Scotland, and then get back and then have a couple of good weeks leading up to Christmas, and then enjoy Christmas, and then, oh my gosh, and then move house probably. It's easy. Anyway, I mean, that's it really. I am rambling on a wee bit now, but it's just nice having a bit of a chat with you, really, sitting down and having a face-to-face chin wag. So that's it. Let me know how your week has gone. Let me know if you've lost, gained, maintained, what's worked, what hasn't, any struggles, side effects, anything like that, hints and tips. I love reading them, and I know that everybody else does as well. So yeah, guys, have a fantastic week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care. I'll see you all in my next video. Mwah! Bye for now.